Hello and welcome to this short video on a piece of software I downloaded last night, and this piece of software is called MixEffect by a chap called Adam Tao, who's just released this fairly recently as far as I can see. This is version 1.06. It's in its early days. It's a superb piece of software. There are a few niggles with it because I think it's in the early part of its development. And Adam is, as far as I know, communicating with end users to improve and refine the software to do exactly what people are requesting to do. Out of the box, as it were, having downloaded it last night, I was able to do some quite significant things in. If I can just go to here, this is a super source that I've, one of the default super sources that I used. And as you can see, let me just go away from settings and go into the software itself. And as you can see, this particular software is actually very extensive. It has a wide range of capabilities. It ranges from being able to pick up the default, if you like, base of the ATEM menu. Just let me give you the hardware environment here. If I go to, I need to go to here, I think. At the moment now, I've got a iPad Pro here. It's a 2020 version. It's the pre-M chip, as it were, and I can vouch for it on this. I have tried it on another iPad. It's an early iPad that I've got, the 10-inch one, and the OS wasn't sufficiently good enough to use on, and it stopped me from even attempting to download it because it was the incorrect OS from that. So if you've got an early iPad, you may have trouble with that. It works extremely well, works straight out of the box, as it were. I'll just take you on a little journey here. If I go to here, and then I want to go to here and cut to there, it really is amazing. And at the moment now, I'm using it with the iPad Pro in conjunction with the ATEM Mini Extreme ISO. It works with the ATEM Mini Pro, and I presume it works with all the varieties of the ATMs. Can't see why it shouldn't do. This is the main user interface, as you can see. So I'm in the switcher part, and in the switcher part, you have all the switches that you would see laid out. So, for example, you can control your preview and your program. Here you can control your transitions, and so it's a nice layout of what you would see natively on the actual Extreme deck, as it were. You've got access to the audio in terms of being able to switch them on and off and monitor them. You've got access to the macros. I've not got involved in that just yet. I've created my own macros separate from this. I'm also quite naive with this technology. I've only recently acquired this, and it's a very long learning curve, and I'm enjoying the learning curve. You can, if you like, manipulate your media into your MP1 and MP2, your media player 1 and media player 2. Drop your stills in it. At the moment, I've actually got a background which you can see on this particular screen. You can then get involved in your transitions, and you can pick your style of transitions. You've got your up and downstream keys. Those you're able to manipulate as well. You've got your super sources, and for no other reason, if all the other stuff, you can see here, this is where I'm getting a little bit of trouble. It's attempting to reconnect to this. I don't know why that is. I have a very stable network, so it shouldn't be any problem trying to attempt to connect that. That may be something that probably if there's if the program is actually using to trap data, he should know why this is happening and obviously make changes to that. It's not been a big issue. I've not lost transmission, and it's automatically, if you like, sort of booted back into the system. So I don't have an issue with that at all. But I would buy this for no other reason than the actual capability within the super sources. It's possible to create your own super sources and manipulate presets that are built in. Okay, on that alone, it's worth it. It costs around about just on about £50. I'm not sure what that is in dollars. It's also got hyperdeck capability. I have got a hyperdeck, but I haven't connected it yet. You've got camera control as well too. and you've got your auxiliary there, and you've got your output. And if you want to monitor your output and you're streaming, then you can use that to monitor that. And then you've got access to all your settings as well. So really is an amazing piece of software. I actually will be buying this just on the basis, as I say, of the super source. It's so good on that. It's worth its money for that alone. I'm also aware that more competent people are involved in talking to the programmer, and I think that will give value added down the chain. It's version 1.06, so it's in the early development stage, really. Even though it's out of beta, I'm aware that software, when it comes out, it does have issues, and if you are thinking of getting it and there are problems, be tolerant, because this guy knows what he's doing, and I'm sure it'll develop into a very useful piece of software, and probably one of the best in the marketplace for using as an aid, as an assistant to the ATEM Mini series. It can also be used in conjunction with a Stream Deck. Having said that, it's possible, if you don't want to purchase a Stream Deck, there's a lot you can do on this that you would normally use a Stream Deck to do those things. I have a Stream Deck, and I've been spending a lot of time trying to get it to work in the way I want. This has allowed me to create a lot of shortcuts that would have taken me a long time to work on the Stream Deck. So I've got to work out how best to use these two things in conjunction with each other. So highly recommend it. I'll put a link below to where it is in the Apple. I'm not getting paid for this, thankfully. I wouldn't want to be paid for this. I think if there's a good piece of technology or a good piece of software out there, I'm very happy to promote it. I think it's actually worth its every single cent or penny, as we say in the UK, and it's something which I recommend you do. So if you like this video, please please share and comment if you wish to do so. I hope it's been useful for you. I love this technology. I love the way it's developing. I love the way it's going. From an old guy who used to work with sort of domestic video and TV many years ago, with a small toe into the amateur side of it, the pro amateur side of it. This is amazing stuff. You've basically got a high-tech studio in a few boxes, as it were, at a fraction of the price it would have cost even 10 years ago. So it's a great thing to do. So thank you for staying to the end of this video. I hope it's been useful for you, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. And in the meantime, you take care.